Is it really immature to be calling a deity mother or father? Is it coming from a parent wound? Is it speaking from trauma? Well, I've spoken about this topic before, and I've got a whole video explaining why I personally call Hecate mother and why some other people do as well. But it's not just about Hecate. When it comes to working with any deity or worshipping any deity, the experience you build is going to be personal. And sure, for some people that can mean it's parental in nature. For others, it could be another thing. But when a person refers to their God as mother or father or queen or king or whatever, it's between them and their God and nobody else. And that's that at the end of the day. But I am sick of this narrative being spun. I'm sick of the comments being aimed towards me and towards others like me, belittling me and belittling other people on their beliefs in some type of way, all because they refer to their deity as a mother or a father. And the people doing the belittling, I hate to say it, but they're the ones with the issue, first and foremost. And they're also pretty arrogant and egotistical. A lot of them are working from the ego. And what I'll say to that basically is, well, the higher you rise, the further you have to fall. And let me get into this and explain why they're wrong. So, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm Sarah, that divination witch. The channel, despite the contents here today, it is a safe space, a witchy community that I've set up to help people and for people to help each other as well. Nothing silly, so ask your questions. We're all different and that's okay. Ask away. If you like that, you know what to do. Stick around, hit subscribe. If you do want to support me and the channel further, I offer readings. I've got a website. It's all linked below. I'm also on Patreon. I'm teaching tarot at the moment. It's been going on a little while. We've got a plethora of lessons there. And I'm also going through the Year of the Dark Goddess on Patreon. So that's stepping into our power, looking at different archetypes of the Dark Goddess and how they can help us. So if you're interested, check it out. Okay, so back to the subject matter, which is a serious one, but let's go. So, aside from nuances I've already mentioned at the beginning about trauma and parent wounds and whatever, about it being a personal relationship with your deity, well, why do people refer to gods as a mother or a father? Are they all working from trauma and issues like I've mentioned? Well, absolutely not. No. Now, like I said, the people who are belittling others for this are the ones with the issue, to be honest. Because when it comes to deities, let's not forget, regardless of the culture that the deity comes from, they're higher powers. They can be representations of source, they can be archetypes, they can be whatever you want them to be. But one common theme throughout time, cultures, history is the connotation and the connection between deities and the parental figure, mother and father. You could say Mother Earth, Father Time. See, you've got spirits like Papa Legba. He's said to be a father figure. You've got Santa Muerte, who is said to be a mother to her devotees. You have Gaia, who is a literal take on Mother Earth, and Makosh, who is another Mother Earth deity. And there are deities that are literally mother and father, like Odin, the All-Father, and Frigg, the All-Mother. And then you've got Mother Mater in Roman times, who was also known as Sibyl, the Great Mother. Now, I've seen people as well having digs at Christians, and this is meant as an insult and sometimes as a joke, but they even call their god Sky Daddy. And while it is a joke or an insult, it's still technically true, because the gods, sky gods that is, are the masculine and the father figures in history. So Yahweh is indeed a father figure. But why do cultures do this? Why is this a thing anyways? Well, it's because regardless of the belief or the faith behind it, those who venerate deities see them as higher powers. They're our protectors, they're our guides in life. A lot of devotees build up personal relationships and strong bonds with deities. They've got lifetime devotions, if not multiple lifetimes. Some, it's in the family as well, you know. And our ancestors certainly would have done the same thing as us, our ancient ancestors at the very least, and many people still do, even if you want to call them Sky Daddy, you know. One of the people who was throwing this insult around, it is more than one that does it, but one in particular say that these people like me who call deities mother, father, etc. are immature and we need to grow up. And that we've got parent wounds, referring to deities in this manner. But yet, they themselves call deities supernatural entities and extraterrestrials. And they literally mean extraterrestrial as well. Now, I've got nothing against calling them that. Call them what you want, really. And I've got nothing against believing in extraterrestrials or aliens. I mean, technically, a deity is an alien to us because they're different to us. And they're not from our origins. However, they're not all ETs. And that's regardless of what people think and feel about the Anunnaki and stuff like that. I'm never going to discredit somebody for believing in the Anunnaki, though. If this is what they want to believe, if you believe in the ancient alien theory, you know, and if that's how you understand gods, then fair enough. But the people of old, they wouldn't know all of this. They wouldn't see it like this. The ancient Greeks, the Hellenic Greeks, for example, they don't know about the Anunnaki. There might be some people who had theories, but they would not know about what we know in regards to that. So regardless of labels of a deity, God, ETs, whatever, the Greeks would have just said, my God's a God, you know, and they would have honoured some of their gods as mothers and fathers. And to call them such a term as mother or father, to a lot of pagan people then and now, it's a sign of love and respect. It's not that people are sitting here thinking that their biological parents are gods. I mean, you know, there's going to be some exceptions to that rule, obviously, but on the whole, that's not the case. We don't think that. We don't think that we're going to get adopted literally by the gods either, you know what I mean? Those who maybe do think that, the exceptions to the rule, many are going to be awakened in time to reality of things, and that's not me trying to belittle them. I don't want to sit and belittle them, but that isn't a thing, basically, you know. But what I will say to the creators who would say, oh, you're immature for believing that, well, your arrogance is showing and your ignorance is showing as well. Because yes, you can see things differently to other people, and that's fair enough. But your sweeping insults make a mockery of paganism as a whole and history as a whole. And you make a mockery of other religions and cultural beliefs as well. Honestly, it's in bad taste, very much. And basically, I made this video because I'm sick of it. So I need to explain that, look, people are not immature to say this. People have done this since the dawn of time. There's been mother and father gods. We are, to the gods, I suppose, we are children in a way. That's a nice way of putting it. We are their creations to some people, you know. So I wanted to just shine a light on this absolute fallacy. You know, no, just no. Now, at the end of the day, believe what you want. You know, everyone's got different viewpoints, and that's fair enough. If you want to say the gods are aliens and literal ETs that actually exist, like, fair enough, whatever. If you want to believe they're just fragments of your imagination, you do that. But you don't get to sit there and call somebody else names. You know, you don't. I may not agree with everything I've said in this video about what other people believe, but I don't sit and call them names. Now, before I go, deities, in my experience, don't give a crap about labels. They are above such things. I've had a discussion even just today at time of filming about the spelling of Hecate's name, and somebody was trying to argue with me, and I'm just answering the question like, love, Hecate, it doesn't matter, spell it with a C, spell it with a K, she doesn't care. In ancient Greek, she wouldn't have a H in her name. She isn't just ancient Greek though, she has a million epithets, well not literally a million, but quite a lot. She is known as other names, as Enodia, for example, and even Ereshkigal, who is a Babylonian goddess, yes. But if you're reading the Greek magical papyri and you see Ereshkigal, it's referring to Hecate. It doesn't matter. Deities are above such things. They don't give a shit. Arguing semantics doesn't matter. What I would say is just be careful who you listen to, you know, and don't take one person's opinion for everything. I've said this before on my other videos on the channel. Don't just listen to one person, make your own mind up. But if you're going to be belittling other people and getting in arguments and being nasty, and, well, you're working from your ego. And that's what I've got to say about it, basically. I hope this might have helped some people if you've been subject to being belittled, or, you know, had people make fun of you because of your beliefs or whatever. Like, no. I hope this helped. You know, I needed to get it off my chest for me, but I've seen it happen to other people in the comments. It's not okay. It's just not. Who do you think you are? You're nobody. We're all humans, and we're all floating on a rock in space, and we've all got to poop, as I've said before in another video. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far, you may as well hit subscribe. Until next time, stay safe, stay witchy.